kit. A small one, not something intense, but let's start with some sensory play, because then you're gonna practice vulnerability, and you don't even have to use it during sex. You can use it just during like a way to have a conversation, or foreplay, or body mapping, or whatever it might be. But just losing that sense allows you to kind of get in tune with yourself and really release and feel what's happening to you, more than you being caught up in the visuals, or caught up in what's going on around you, caught up in the smells, caught up on X, Y, and Z, like what's going on. So what do I do? Everyone asks us that, and I know what I do, but to communicate it is a lot. But I want to try my best. I'm a sexpreneur that does a lot in between. I'm a relationship coach. I host workshops and trainings. I do one-on-ones. I sell sex toys. I host parties. There's a plethora of things that I do, but the main focus, the main intention in everything that I'm doing is to kind of like create a foundation in relationships around pleasure, to where it's open and it's communicated and the love is there. Because there's been countless people, friends that are young, adults that I've talked to that are giving advice, and they've all had kind of consistent themes that they don't know how to communicate what they want. They haven't had an orgasm. They never use a sex toy. They never masturbated. And it's like, what was sex ed for? So I find that talking to people about sex is very easy for me. Teaching people about sex toys is very easy for me. So I can't just say that I sell sex toys. And I can't just say, I'm a relationship coach, because I do both, and I do it well, and it kind of all works together. Like my 360 method, you talk about it, you teach and train, and you try it. And it's kind of one of those revolving things, to where everything I do falls under one of those categories, and all of it works together and works for a relationship, for its longevity, for its beginning, for its middle, for its rejuvenation. And that's my goal. And it's not even just a relationship with a couple. It's not a relationship with like an open relationship. It's a relationship like with yourself, because that's the primary thing. When I ask people, what's your longest relationship, and they say, well, I was in a relationship for 3 years, or I was in a relationship for 15 years, and I'm just like, how old are you again? Oh, so your longest relationship was for 30 years, because that's the foundation for every other relationship. There's no way that you can have a healthy relationship with anyone else if you don't have a healthy relationship with yourself. If you can't hold yourself accountable, throw everything else in the trash, because you know that you're gonna just blow through relationships learning about yourself. And there's a lot of people doing it, and that may seem as if it's the norm, but it's toxic behavior. Like, you actually have to take time to learn about who you are, what you want, so that when someone else is giving you something, you can objectively say, like, this is what I want, or no, this is not what I want, or I've never experienced this. I might be open to experience it with you. But if you are out here in La La Land being the victim, then you're gonna run into some issues. But what I do is make love go around. I build relationships through pleasure. I help maintain them, help set that foundation, help rejuvenate them. And that comes in the form of coaching, comes in the form of sex toys, it comes in the form of workshops, and that's it in a nutshell. And this, why people should work with me or shop with me, because I'm me. But no, on the product side, because I care about my body, so I would never use or provide things that I feel would do harm to someone else. And I also do the research to make sure that this could work for a person by themselves, or can work for them to educate their partner or with their partner. So if you find, even down to like a rabbit or a cock ring or something small or big, you can use this by yourself or you can use it with a partner. And that's the fun thing in the toys that I have in my shop. And a lot of times it comes from the conversations that I've had with the couples that I work with. Like if they tell me, okay, well, you know, I'm having trouble figuring out what she wants to feel, or she doesn't trust me, then I'm like, okay, cool, let's go ahead and get you a bondage kit, a small one, not something intense, but let's start with some sensory play, because then you're gonna practice vulnerability, and you don't even have to use it during sex. You can use it just during like a way to have a conversation, or foreplay, or body mapping, or whatever it might be. But just losing that sense allows you to kind of get in tune with yourself and really release and feel what's happening to you, more than you being caught up in the visuals, or caught up in what's going on around you, caught up in the smells, caught up on X, Y, and Z, like what's going on down the street at the back, or where the kids are, or whatever it might be. Like, so a lot of the toys are easily incorporated with what I do as a coach, and what I implement and enforce, because it works, and it makes you step outside of your comfort zone and push your pleasure boundaries. And then I'm just real. I'm honest about it. If I know something that can help you, I'll share it. If I don't know it, I'll tell you, and I can research it. Like, I mean, a lot of people always criticize the young coaches that are out there. They say, like, how are you able to coach someone when you're not even, that old? It's because we're learning in the new wave. Like, this generation that I'm in, I'm 26, about to turn 27. The wave that I'm in right now, people aren't experiencing or haven't even had half of the resources that I've had available to me from the time that I was born. So my perspective is a lot different, because I allow it to be. I use the resources, I have the conversations, and somehow the things that I say and the things that I offer to people are effective. And I think that's qualification in itself. Because you can have someone who went to school and somebody else did all the work for them, but they graduated with this degree, and who are they connecting with? Who are they helping when they didn't do the work? So, I've been to college. I didn't skip a bunch of classes that came out with an A. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, but you guys get the gist. But I think those are some of the reasons why I kind of set myself in my own lane and focus on the people who are ready for me. That's what I do, and why you should come on and do it with me. To answer the question.
Huh? Who are you?
I'm Doubt, and I'm here to keep you grounded. Do you really think that you can handle all the success and expectations, Manny?
I think so, but...
Hey guys, I'm Sean Fuller.
My name is Adrian, aka Colada.
I'm an IT specialist.
I'm a singer, songwriter, producer.
Everyone's looking for love.
I'm looking for love. Because for ex-niggas,
With a touch of ass. Hey, listen, that doesn't let me up. I didn't have much time tonight. Y'all did a hell of a job letting me out of my box. I appreciate the fuck out of it. I really do. Y'all follow me, Uncle G. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Facebook. Do not follow me out that fucking parking lot. Thank you for your time, y'all.
What's up, y'all? Emmanuel Sims here with Danny from Illicit Rag Vintage, and we're here.
Are you sure that you're talented enough? What if people discover you're just a fraud? Maybe Dow has a point. What if I'm not as good as I think I am? Mane, don't listen to doubt. You've proven yourself from time and again. You're talented and deserving of your success.
Now, doubt, you may have a role to play, but remember, it's through failure that we learn and grow. Manny's previous failures have shaped him into the artist he is today.
I suppose. But can he really handle the pressure?
Manny, remember all the times you stumbled, fell, and got back up stronger? You're capable of facing any challenges that come your way.
Well, Doubt. You sure have a way of making things interesting around here. I'm just trying to keep Manny from getting too confident. Confidence and self-belief are what propel him forward. Doubt, it's time for you to step aside and let Manny thrive. You're right. Doubt, you're not welcome here anymore. I choose to believe in myself and my abilities. Thank you. Everyone, I needed your support to overcome doubt, and together I think we could silence those nagging voices and continue creating amazing things. Manny, we've got your back. Doubt may come from time to time, but we'll always be here to remind you of your worth.
So, hey guys, Emmanuel Sims here. I just want to give a big thank you to the Pike County Public Library District allowing us to read our new book, My Feelings Family by Yasmin Beeks and myself, Emmanuel Sims. We had an amazing time. We got to do the chessboard with Noah, and Noah got to build his own book, which is amazing because that's great exposure, right? And the kids really enjoyed the read. So I just want to say thank you. Absolutely. Me too. And just wanted to say thank you so much. And we also have our feelings bracelets for our mixed emotions, our anger, our impatient, and we also have our pink for the butt. So I just want to say thank you guys for everything, and to make it a great day or not, if no one told you to love you today, know that God loves you and so do I. Drippity, drippity. Anything you want to add, Yaz?
moist or whatever it might be that's giving you an active response without you feeling anything personal, but you being so attentive to their body and their response that you can see and you can educate yourself on how to please your partner. And I really love toys with your partner, but it also forces you to be very vulnerable. You have to trust that your partner is going to respect your body and respect when you say no, if you really mean no. Because that is such a controversial thing in sex. Like, safe words are only safe if you can say them. If you got a gag in your mouth and you can't say a safe word, then it's kind of hard. But what do sex toys do for relationships? They are a teacher, a roadmap, an enhancement. There's a lot of benefits of incorporating sex toys into your relationship. It allows you to see what your partner is feeling or wants to feel without you having any per se direct impact on it. Because when you're having intercourse, you're just doing your thing, you're feeling like, yeah, I might be doing this right, or ooh, I don't know, she's not saying nothing, or he not saying nothing, and you kind of start to let those insecurities creep in. But when you're using a toy, the power is coming from the toy, the vibrations coming from the toy, or the movements are coming from the toy. And yeah, you might be maneuvering it, but that's where the education comes in, because you're able to see like, okay, well, my guy wants the pocket pussy on the highest level, and I gotta like work that thing. And now as a female or as their partner, you're able to be like, okay, so now when I'm giving some oral sex, this is what I need to do, or when I'm in this position, this is what I need to do. Or when it's a female and you're using maybe like a anal wand, you're able to see like how long it takes for her to get warmed up before you can stick the whole wand in. And you're able to see her body responses, whether she's clenching up or whether her vagina is getting more moist, or whatever it might be that's giving you an active response without you feeling anything personal, but you being so attentive to their body and their response that you can see and you can educate yourself on how to please your partner. And I really love toys with your partner, but it also forces you to be very vulnerable. You have to trust that your partner is going to respect your body and respect when you say no, if you really mean no. Because that is such a controversial thing in sex. Like, safe words are only safe if you can say them. If you got a gag in your mouth and you can't say a safe word, then it's kind of hard. But that's where the trust comes in, that your partner is going to be present in the moment and care about what your body is doing and how it's responding to what they're doing with the toys that they have. So that's the benefit of toys, in my opinion, for relationships, is that, they allow you to educate yourself on your partner and how they want to be, touched and, caressed, or, intercourse, oral, whatever it might be. It allows you that time to kind of step back from being the person doing all the action to kind of like observing what the body is doing. And it also pushes the boundaries for your sex, instead of just having regular back strokes, put a cock ring on. And it's like, ooh, I'm getting vibrated extra, and he's strong stroking me as a female, and it's a lot of fun. And then it prolongs sex because now you have a long foreplay, then you got intercourse, then you got after cuddling, and whew, so I'm going through some things to talk about it. But I do think there is a great benefit for couples using sex toys.
I stopped going to day school to help my mom pay bills. In the middle of the year, I lost my job at this organic express restaurant. When this happened, I was devastated. Night school wasn't for me. I was only there so I could work and pay bills. Without a job, there was no need in me being there. I called a local DJ named DJ Momo, who had started an internship program giving high school kids an opportunity to gain exposure to the music industry.
Hey guys, I'm Sean Fuller.
My name is Adrian, aka Colada.
I'm an IT specialist.
I'm a singer, songwriter, producer.
Everyone's looking for love.
I'm looking for love. Because my ex-niggas. Brooklyn.
y'all did a hell of a job letting me out of my box. I appreciate the fuck out of it. I really do. Y'all follow me, Uncle G. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Facebook. Do not follow me out that fucking parking lot. Thank you for your time, y'all.
What's up, y'all? Emmanuel Sims here with Danny from Illicit Rag Vintage, and we're here.
Is audible.
The action. After planning, you have to start doing. I created a new website for myself. I made a new YouTube channel and made most of my old videos private. I put up only music I wanted people to hear. I cleaned up all my social sites. This way I could get a fresh start on my career again. When I hit them, they didn't see it coming, and I was like a whole new artist.
And now if you're someone who's just jumping into trying out sex toys and you just want something to make you feel good, the rabbit is what most people recommend to you, but to me, I think it might be a bit much if you have never had a vibration inside of you to stick something up there. You might lose it. I mean, it'll come back out. It will come back out, but I always recommend something that's like a clit stimulator, because a lot of times those focus on where you know pleasure at. Like most females, when they start to masturbate, they use their hand and they use it on the outer. They don't go digging fingers inside unless someone has explained that to you, that that's a way for you to find pleasure. And you can look for your shopping for toys. Okay, so I'm gonna break down shopping for toys between guys and girls, because that is just different. It's not extremely different, but there's key parts of it that a female should pay attention to and a male should pay attention to. So for instance, for guys, when you're searching for a toy, you need to know, like, are you a male that's looking for a substitute for a female, like, sensation? Like, do you want a pocket pussy? Do you want a booty? Do you want just a vagina and an ass? Or do you want a full body doll? Do you want a blow up doll? Do you want like a nice expensive doll? Do you want it to be tall, short, brown, clear, white? Like, you have so many options, so you want to make sure that you kind of pay attention to if you're trying to get an imitation toy, or if you're looking to get a toy that offers you like a sensation. If you're looking for something that it doesn't have to be shaped like a vagina or a butthole, but it vibrates in a way that makes me feel good. Like, you got a sleeve that you can just slide onto your penis and it vibrates. Or if you want a cock ring because you want to incorporate it with your partner because you want it to work for the both of you and you want to use it during sex. Is it you want an anal range because you want to be able to feel more back there? Or do you want just something small to penetrate because that's where the most pleasure comes in as a male? So when you're looking for a toy, you want to kind of ask yourself, what's my focus right now? Because it's never just that you buy one toy and then you never need another toy ever again. It's you know what you want in that time frame and you get the toy that works best for you. Like, you might want to have a fun toy, like get a cock ring that is remote control, or an anal range that's remote control, to share that moment with your partner. So you just want to have that in the mindset when you're purchasing something, or purchasing sex toys specifically. And then also taking a look to see, are you looking for an enhancement? Are you looking for a pump? Are you looking for an extender? Like, where is your motive for having that sex toy? And those are some of the questions that you can ask yourself going into the sex shop. So you're not just like, that looks like it might be fun, and you get home and you read the instructions and you look on YouTube for advice and it's like, yeah, I probably won't ever use this. But now, when it comes to ladies choosing sex toys, we have a different line of questions that we have to ask. Are we looking for a toy that is for me to use with my partner? Is it going to be my female partner? Is it going to be my male partner? Is it something that I want that's for external, for my clit, for my nipples? Do I want a toy that's for, you know, my G-spot and we want to hit the back of the cervix? Like, what type of toy do you want? Like, do you want that insertion toy for intercourse to where you can have suction cup and you can, you know, bounce your booty on it? Or do you want the type of toy that's like shaped like a dick, but like you can just hand control it? Like, it's so many options. You kind of just have to think about it in the way that you think of your sexual intercourse. So if you're someone who enjoys vigorous, rough sex, like, you maybe want to find a toy that has a very strong vibration. You want to make sure that you find a toy that is long enough to where you can use your hand and, you know, do the motions that you want, or something that you can attach to your shower wall or to your floor or where it might be, so that you're able to move your body at a place that's pleasurable for you. And now, if you're someone who's just jumping into trying out sex toys and you just want something to make you feel good, the rabbit is what most people recommend to you, but to me, I think it might be a bit much if you have never had a vibration inside of you to stick something up there. You might lose it. I mean, it'll come back out. It will come back out, but I always recommend something that's like a clit stimulator, because a lot of times those focus on where you know pleasure at. Like, most females, when they start to masturbate, they use their hand and they use it on the outer. They don't go digging fingers inside unless, you know, someone has explained that to you, that, you know, that's a way for you to find pleasure and you can look for your G-spot. But when you focus on your clit, like, that brings you a different orgasm and you're feeling more with the toy and more willing to try other toys if you start that way. Because for me, my first sex toy, I had this big purple penis that my ex bought me. He was like, you at school, you take this, woman. And I used it, but by the time I could get that toy inside of me, I had already orgasmed, and I was like, all right, time to pack it away. So if I would have gotten a toy that maybe was a little bit smaller, or got a toy that focused on, you know, nipple stimulation and clit stimulation, which is something that I enjoy during sex, then that toy would have been used way more, and I would have been more open to being like, okay, well, you know what, let me try something different. Let me go ahead and get myself another toy. So for females, just know that when you're looking for different toys, you know, find out if you're looking to replace the partner, not replace, but get that same sensation or something close to it. Then you'd be looking for like a dildo. If you want something that had added vibration, you can go for the vibrators. But do you want a vibrator that's lifelike, that's a dildo, or do you want one that's smooth, that's designed just to hit your G-spot and your other spots that are in there? Do you want a toy that's going to hit multiple spots so you can have blended orgasms, something that's going to reach around and get that, you know, A-spot come around and, like, what do you want to feel? Now, if you want to start off slow, I say go for a clit stimulator. If you have already been into it, I would say start looking for toys that are operated through USB, because now you've experienced a vibration maybe through a battery, and those are strong. But when I say when you can plug it into the wall and charge it up, the vibration is mind-blowing. So it's a difference. And if you have used toys before, I would say go ahead and get you one that you can charge up on your own. Make sure you read the instructions, because you don't want to blow a fuse or anything like that. That's another conversation. But for ladies, when you're looking to purchase toys, make sure you are paying attention to if you want something for, you know, the external, or if you want something for penetration. Make sure that you're paying attention to if you want something that's designed to hit a certain pleasure point in your vagina or on your external. Make sure that you're looking to see if you want a toy that's gonna give you multiple orgasms, or if you're gonna have blended orgasms. You wanna make sure that you look at that. You wanna also look at how it is charged up. Is it battery operated, or if it's gonna be a USB charge, or if it's something that's Bluetooth wireless, or if it has a remote to it, what the controls are to it, so that you can know what you're comfortable doing, because if you're someone who likes to just lay down on the bed and not move, you need something to where you got a remote or you can use your phone. If you're someone who wants to get up and bounce around, you want to have something that once you put the vibration on, it's doing its thing and it's moving with you. Like, you want to make sure that if you want to hit certain spots inside and out, you have the toy that's shaped the right way. So those are all things to keep into account when you're shopping for toys. And a lot of times, if you're just ordering something that you've seen on the Instagram ad, you might not be ordering the best thing for you at the moment, but just do your research and ask yourself the questions before you go into buying a toy, because it definitely will make or break if you buy more toys what your first experience is like.
Hello, this is Bill. Just letting you know you are 7 minutes late on your HOA payment.
Ooh, you so petty.
Be curious about, and we'll move on to the teach and learn. So I might know a little bit more, or he might know a little bit more, but we take the time to teach and train each other, and then it's time to get busy. We're gonna try it, and then we start the whole process over again, because if it's something that I didn't like, or something that he didn't like, or something that we really, really like, we're gonna talk about it, and then we're gonna teach each other how to do a little bit more of what it was that was done, and then we're gonna try it again. So it's like an ever-evolving process. It doesn't stop, and that's why I just call it the 360 process, because the process is so sexy. Like, it's just easy. Like, you talk about it. What is the 360 process? Okay, so I found myself going through a continuous process with all of my relationships, whether it started in the middle of the process or the end or the beginning. But then I was like, it's a pattern. Let's pay attention. I'm a sociology major, so I catch those patterns. So the 360 process is to talk, to teach and train, and to try. And I incorporate this in my sex life, in my everyday relationships, and in my everyday life. For instance, let's say with sex, we talk about it. Like, we go through a kink sheet. We're just like, okay, like, this is what you like, this is what I like, this is where we meet in the middle when we want to be curious, and we'll take what we want to be curious about, and we'll move on to the teach and learn. So I might know a little bit more, or he might know a little bit more, but we take the time to teach and train each other. And then it's time to get busy. We're gonna try it. And then we start the whole process over again, because if it's something that I didn't like, or something that he didn't like, or something that we really, really like, we're gonna talk about it. And then we're gonna teach each other how to do a little bit more of what it was that was done. And then we're gonna try it again. So it's like an ever-evolving process. It doesn't stop, and that's why I just call it the 360 process, because the process is so sexy. Like, it's just easy. Like, you talk about it, teach and train each other, then you try it. and then you talk about it again to see what works and what doesn't work. Then you and that, it makes the relationship so much easier when it's like it's a process. It's not hard because all right, we want to go on vacation. All right, let's talk about our options, where we want to go. Then we're going to teach and train each other. We're going to learn, like, okay, well, if we go here, we're going to spend this amount of money. Or if we go there, we're going to have more experiences and excursions. Then we're going to try it out. And then next year roll around or next month come around, we're going to talk about how the experience was when we went on vacation, what worked in the planning process, what didn't. Then we're going to teach and train each other again. And then we're going to go and we're going to implement it. We're going to try it again. So the 3 sex process, to me, I always talk to my couples about it in a relationship standpoint. It can start with sex, but it's something that can be used throughout everything, whether it's in your personal life, whether it's like your personal relationship, or it can be with your lover, that relationship, or it could just be with your sex partners, and that you just make sure that you are able to communicate effectively through speaking, through explaining, and through execution. Like, I mean, it's sexy. Like, it's good. it makes everything a lot lighter, and it's not heavy. It's not like, it's no fear, it's no shame. It's just, this is what it is. It's the process, and we know. And it becomes like something that's in your subconscious, to where you already know, like, it's something coming up, let's talk about it. Let's go ahead and do our research. Let's, teach and train each other about it, so we know. Then we're going to implement whatever needs to be implemented in the time frame that needs to happen. So that's the process. That's the method, and it's out here saving people's marriage.
You have the white picket fence, palm trees slinging in the air, and clouds that are so close to the earth you can almost touch them. They just sit up there living their best life, bro. Clouds got the best job.
You ever think the clouds get depressed living their best life?
Of course. How else would you explain the rain?
I stopped going to day school to help my mom pay bills. In the middle of the year, I lost my job at this organic express restaurant. When this happened, I was devastated. Night school wasn't for me. I was only there so I could work and pay bills. Without a job, there was no need in me being there. I called a local DJ named DJ Momo, who had started an internship program giving high school kids an opportunity to gain exposure to the music industry.
I'm toxic for no reason. I sit and I drown.
You should try grounded.
And time seems to fly. No fight in a fight. The demons that surround me now.
A lot of times we get lost in our head.
I'm sad for no reason.
Ruminating thoughts.
My heart made of stone. The bones they are weak. My tears they are scary. And darkness consumes me now. I'm too far gone to reconcile my haunted past.
It's not meditation.
I live with this weight now.
It's grounded. You don't even gotta close your eyes.
With this weight now. I'm too far gone to turn back now. I'll just fight this till light comes around. I'm too far gone. Far gone.
How else would you explain the rain?
These people around me know nothing about me. I could leave them in a spell. Forget everything.
I got so many weird problems. My X chromosome.
I try to stay happy, but stuff keeps on happening. I'm